Hello everyone. So far we have studied the security goals, services, mechanisms, attacks, and the OSI security architecture along with the network security model. So today's topic is classical encryption techniques, and if possible, we are going to see a few models of symmetric cipher model and monoalphabetic and polyalphabetic substitution techniques. Let's see how much we can complete in this video. So let us start with the classical encryption techniques. So the two different types of cryptography in general is symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. तो हम लोग सिर्फ इसका इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ने वाले हैं स्टार्टिंग में। तो सिमेट्रिक की क्रिप्टोग्राफी में कैसा रहता है कि जो एन्क्रिप्शन की और डिक्रिप्शन की है वो दोनों सेम ही रहता है। तो बेसिकली क्या होता है कि जो सेंडर है वो प्लेन टेक्स्ट को एनक्रिप्ट करता है यूजिंग अ शेयर्ड सीक्रेट की। अब ये किसके साथ शेयर है? रिसीवर के साथ शेयर किया हुआ है, ठीक है। एंड द रिजल्टेंट साइफर टेक्स्ट, ये जो एनक्रिप्ट किया है प्लेन टेक्स्ट को, वो वाला जो साइफर टेक्स्ट है वो कम्युनिकेशन मीडियम के थ्रू ट्रांसमिट करते हैं और रिसीवर साइड पे उसे वही की के हेल्प से डिक्रिप्ट किया जाता है। सो द एन्क्रिप्शन एंड डिक्रिप्शन process uses well-known symmetric key algorithm called as data encryption standard. So they are going to follow this algorithm which is DES. So they have given an example. अगर देखो मैं आपको एक सिंपल लैंग्वेज में समझाऊं तो बेसिकली जो प्लेन टेक्स्ट है उसे एक सीक्रेट की के थ्रू साइफर टेक्स्ट में कन्वर्ट करते हैं। अब उसे ट्रांसमिट करते हैं और साथ में की भी ट्रांसमिट करते हैं। तो पहले एक्चुअली की ट्रांसमिट होता है और फिर जो है वो साइफर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसमिट होता है। अब रिसीवर साइड पे वो की और वो साइफर टेक्स्ट दोनों को मिला के उसे डिक्रिप्ट करके उसे वापस प्लेन टेक्स्ट में कन्वर्ट करते हैं। अब इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि जो अटैकर या ओपोनेंट है उसे अगर साइफर टेक्स्ट मिल गया तो वो अलग अलग परम्यूटेशंस कॉम्बिनेशंस ट्राई करके ओरिजिनल प्लेन टेक्स्ट को लाने का ट्राई करेगा। ऑब्वियसली उसका इंटेंशन सक्सेस तभी होगा जब कहीं ना कहीं पे लूप होल है या काफी सारे टेक्स्ट रिपीट हो रहे हैं। सो कुछ ट्रायल एंड एरर करके तो मिलना मुश्किल है अगर आपका की जो है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग है, लेकिन अगर उसे वो की भी मिल जाए तो उसे वो इजीली बेसिकली उसको डिक्रिप्ट कर ले। तो आइए देखते हैं क्या एडवांटेजेस है सिमेट्रिक की क्रिप्टोग्राफी के। तो ऑब्वियसली सिमेट्रिक की इज वेरी मच फास्टर एज कंपेयर टू एसिमेट्रिक की, क्योंकि इसमें एक ही की लगता है दोनों के पास। बिकॉज ऑफ द सिंगल की डेटा कैन नॉट be decrypted easily at the receiver side even if it is intercepted by the attacker. As the same key is used for encryption and decryption, receiver must have the sender key, otherwise he cannot decrypt it without sender permission. Symmetric key achieves the authentication principle because it checks the receiver's identity. तो कुछ उसके एडवांटेजेस ये है कि एक तो सबसे पहले तो वो फास्ट है, दूसरा क्योंकि वो सेम की एंक्रिप्शन और डिक्रिप्शन के लिए यूज होता है, तो रिसीवर जो है बिना सेंडर के परमिशन के, बिना उसके ऑथेंटिकेशन के उसे डिक्रिप्ट नहीं कर पाएगा आइडियल सर्कमस्टेंसेस में। तो एक तो ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रिंसिपल भी चेकआउट होता है सिमेट्रिक की एंक्रिप्शन में, और उसके कुछ एग्जांपल्स दिए हैं। DES एंड AES टेक्निक्स आर इम्प्लीमेंटेड यूजिंग सिमेट्रिक की क्रिप्टोग्राफी। Now, what are the disadvantages? Let's have a look at the disadvantages of the symmetric key cryptography. So, obviously, if the key is stolen between transmission, it becomes very easy to decrypt the message. And obviously, as I said, that the key is transmitted first and then the message is transferred. So if the attacker intercepts the communication between the sender and receiver, then he can decrypt the message even before it reaches the intended recipients. So let me just give you an overview of symmetric key cryptography. So what have we learned so far? How do we remember all these things? So first of all, we need to understand that symmetric key cryptography has a single key. It's a private key, so it is not like everyone knows about that key. Only the sender and the receiver are supposed to know about the single private key. Now, the plain text is encrypted using this private key, and the ciphertext which is thus formed will be transmitted, and obviously along with the ciphertext we are transmitting the key as well, because the receiver needs that key. It is a shared key between the sender and the receiver. So first the key is sent and then the ciphertext is sent, and the receiver, once it receives the key and the ciphertext, will be able to decrypt it, and it will convert it back to plain text, and then he can understand what exactly the message was. But now the problem is, if there is an attacker or an opponent who is trying to read the message, so only way possible for him to read the message is, like, there are actually multiple way possible. One of them is trial and error, where if a lot of words are repeated and he is able to decipher it just by logically putting things together, which is going to be a very difficult thing to do. And the easy way for the hacker or the opponent is to get the key. So once he gets the key, now it's very easy to decrypt it. And the disadvantage is that since the key is transmitted first and then the ciphertext, so even before it reaches the intended receiver, the message will be decrypted by the opponent or the attacker. So that's a big drawback. Now, what are the advantages? We discussed a few advantages also. So, firstly, it is faster as compared to asymmetric. It follows the principle of authenticity, as uh, the receiver will be able to decrypt it only if it is having proper authentication, and only if it is having the key shared by the sender. So authentication part is there. It is faster. Obviously, it is simpler comparatively, because there is only a single key involved. So it's comparatively a simple process. Uh, Yeah, more or less we are done with that. Obviously, the examples of symmetric key cryptography are DES and AES techniques. As I already told you, system resources are less utilized as it's a simple process. Now let us start with asymmetric key cryptography. So in the asymmetric key cryptography, there are two keys. There is a public key and there is a private key. So messages are encrypted using public key, and they can be decrypted only using a private key. So suppose there is a sender A and there is a receiver B. So receiver B ka public key is known to everyone. Same is for A. A ka public key is known to everyone. But there is a private key which is known only to B. If I can just give you an example, you might be knowing my email ID, right? But you don't know the password to it. So this is my public key, whereas password is known only to me. So that is my private. So suppose A wants to send me a message, he will send it just in the case of an email, he'll send it to my public key, right? So basically he'll encrypt the message using the public key of B, and he will send the message. Now the message is there on the internet, but it cannot be decrypted, because it can only be decrypted by B ka private key. Since it is encrypted using B ka public key, it can be decrypted only using B ka private key, which only B is having. And A is also not having B ka private key. Correct. So the thing is, the key will not be transmitted at all. The key is only known, the private key which is only known to the person whose private key it is. So A is going to encrypt the message using Pika public key, and it is going to send it on the internet, and this message can be decrypted only using V का private key.